Oh no, I sound awful. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has been a very long time since I sat down to record a video. This video is going to be a little bit of a mashup. I have a lot of content that I recorded throughout the month of April, but just haven't had the opportunity to sit down to like put it all together. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. So just bear with me. I apologize for my voice. I'm hoping that I'll be able to fix the audio in the video you'll see in just a moment. At the end of the last video that I posted, there is a clip of me in the bathroom, and my phone is actually set up on like just random things that I found in the bathroom to record it because my tripod broke. I have it here. This is the tripod that I bought in the very first video I ever posted. It lasted me maybe a month, maybe. I was trying to hook up my phone like in here and like adjust it to where I needed it to be, and it completely snapped off. And this is like glue residue. I tried to glue it back together and it didn't work. So I did buy a new tripod. This is the new tripod that I bought. So far, just from having it in my hands, it feels like much better quality than the first one that I bought, which I'm very happy about. I hope it doesn't break on me. I can't figure out how to open it. There is a push button right here, but whenever you push it, oh my gosh, that scared me. It did not do that the first time I pushed it. I'm scared to break it. I'm quite nervous, so I am going to read the manual before going any further. We're just gonna... The second thing that I got to hopefully improve the quality of my videos, wireless microphones. I bought these at the same time that I bought the tripod, and I think it's gonna be really helpful for this video considering that my voice is like not the best at the moment. And this is everything that it comes with. We're back. I do have my phone set up on the tripod. It was a lot easier to use than I anticipated. You just have to be careful that you don't get your fingers caught in the legs. Other than that, you just push a button and you lift the top of it up, boom, tripod. I also got this guy set up. I am not sure if it's working. I hope so. Okay, so the microphone is in fact working. Thank goodness. I don't have anyone here to help me with it, so I'm happy that I was able to figure it out. Okay, I know that y'all heard that audio and it was not good. I was in the middle of editing that video when I realized how bad the audio is. It's so like, there's no like steady good audio. It would be like in and out. It is a bit echoey in this bathroom. I'm in my mom's house and this is her bathroom, but I'm hoping that it's better than with the microphone. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more time practicing with the mic, and if it isn't gonna work, it's just not gonna work and I'll have to look into getting a different one, which is fine. Whenever I was editing the video, I ended up having to cut so much of it out. Like half of the details in the beginning, I ended up having to cut out, and I was like, that kind of sucks. Like I might as well just re-record it. That way I can like talk about what I wanted to talk about to begin with. At the time of recording the original video, I had just gotten back from a wedding that I was actually in. I was a bridesmaid in the wedding. One of my good friends that I grew up with was getting married. So congrats to Kayla. Woo! The wedding was beautiful, the ceremony, the reception, everyone was dancing, having a good time. It was a little ways outside of Nashville, so we traveled for the wedding. Whenever I got home, I sat down and was like, you know, I really haven't recorded anything like in a month. And this is something that I've like wanted to commit to, so I needed to sit down. But yeah, so I kind of just want to pick up where I left off and just recap. In the beginning of April, my boyfriend and I decided to meet up with Ashley, and you know Ashley. She is my friend from my previous video that I hung out with. Very cool, I love her. But yeah, so my boyfriend and I decided to go meet up with Ashley at a taco place that we love to go to. And across the street from the taco place, there is a tequila bar. It is a tequila bar. I just, you know, I have never really seen tequila bars just like pop up. I've been to this tequila bar a few times and I really like it, but I also enjoy drinking tequila. They do have other options for beverages, but the majority of it is tequila. The tequila bar is called Luna. Whenever my boyfriend and I started dating, we went to Luna with Ashley, you know, kind of full circle. The bartender that was there that night was there this day. And she was like, oh, you you guys, we're still together. How cute. Because we obviously told her like, oh, it's our first date. Our first date was going to a Mardi Gras parade, and then afterwards the group that we were with went to the tequila bar Luna, and so the bartender recognized us and was like, oh, cute. So, and it was really busy. There was like a band playing out on the corner, and there were just a lot of people. But I did try to get some clips of inside of Luna, but there was a group of people by the bar like staring at me like I was a weirdo, so that was a little uncomfortable. But what are you gonna do? I want to say it was the next day. It was definitely in the same weekend. My boyfriend and I, we love to go on walks, which you'll notice in this video. We go on a few. We ended up going to this park that ended up being like not busy. There was like not a soul in sight. We were like the only people at this park. It was kind of chilly outside, so we didn't stay too long, but we did end up going, and we were just like walking around and we were looking in the water, and all of a sudden I was like, hey, what is that? And we were looking, and then a bunch of them showed up. We're looking in the water, and so I was like, holy crap, what is that? Swarm of turtles, just a bunch of turtles just coming up, swimming up to us. And so I was like, oh no, like what if they think that we have food? And I was like, okay, we need to go because I feel bad that we don't have anything to feed them. And so we ended up leaving the park, and that was that for that weekend. Just a little bit more information. My boyfriend and I, we are somewhat long distance. We live 2 hours away from each other at the moment. A lot of this video is gonna be like us going back and forth and hanging out, and me just like recording what we were doing that weekend. So just a heads up. So that was it for that weekend. Those were like the highlights, I guess. But the next time my boyfriend and I meet up, I actually go to his place. He ended up planning this whole beach trip, and I was gonna meet one of his friends for the first time, and we were gonna go to dinner after, and it went really well. We ended up going to Pensacola Beach, which I don't have a lot of memories of going to Pensacola Beach. My family and I always went to Destin for beach vacations, but Pensacola Beach is very close to Mobile, Alabama, so we were like, yeah, let's do it. It was such a nice day. There were so many people. Like, I have videos and there's just like people, just bodies. I'm pretty sure we went to Publix before going to the beach, and we had gotten like a bowl of fruit, and I picked up some of these like margarita wine cocktails. But yeah, so we picked up some goodies, and then we headed out to the beach, and we set everything up. We laid out. I was drinking my wine cocktail, which definitely tasted better cold, but we didn't have an ice chest with us. They did get warm eventually. I still drank them. Nothing was stopping me, but I will say that if you do get them, it is much better cold. I think it was one of like the first nice weekends that we've had in like a really long time, so it makes sense as to why it was so busy. Yeah, and then his friend met us out there, and he was really nice, very funny. I actually like told them to go play in the water, and I was eyeing up this waffle truck, okay? They had this waffle truck. I clocked it as soon as we walked onto the beach. I was like, I'll be over there later for sure. And they had like, I want to say, I think it was like a Belgian waffle, and then they had like different ice creams you could put into it. So what I had gotten was a Belgian waffle with strawberry ice cream, and I think it was like topped with chocolate syrup with strawberries. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was $15, but it was pretty good. They did have other options, like just cups of ice cream, which I think were like $5. Probably could have just done that, but it was fine. It was fine. Oh, and I think the truck is called Waffle Boutique. At the end of our beach trip, the sun was setting, and I remember my mom sent me like something like the red moon or something, pink moon, I don't know. It was such a pretty color. It was like pink with the sunset, like cotton candy skies. Once we wrapped up the beach trip and we packed everything up, we did a little quick outfit change, and then we went to dinner. We ended up driving an extra hour into Florida, like near Destin, to eat at this Thai place. which was so good. The next day, we didn't really make any plans. I did go home that evening, but like throughout the day, we didn't have anything planned. And so we kind of just did our usual thing, which is whenever we wake up and get ready, we go to Nova Espresso out in Mobile, Alabama. I actually have some really good footage of the coffee shop that I'm proud of. I was like, wow, this actually looks really good, so please enjoy. Nova Espresso, it's probably one of the nicer coffee shops out in Mobile. It's got a very cute vibe, and they do have a taco truck outside, and it's usually pretty popular, especially on the weekends. There's a lot of people there, a lot of people outside eating tacos, drinking their coffee. Weird combination. I haven't personally tried any tacos, but I have tried their coffee. And I will say, 8 out of 10, usually pretty good. The most recent time that I went, I did not like the coffee that I got. I ended up getting what's called a local buzz. It is a honey latte, iced honey latte, and I always get my coffee with almond milk, if anyone's wondering. I ended up getting that and it did not taste good. Like, I don't know if it was the coffee or if I don't know, but I usually get honey lattes. That's like my go-to order at random coffee shops. So I really don't know what it was, but in this video in particular, I did try a matcha latte for the very first time and it was so good. It was so good. The majority of the time that we go, I really do like my coffee, but there has been a time or two where it was a miss, just not great. After the coffee, I believe we ended up going back to my boyfriend's place. We went home. Like I said, we really enjoy going on walks, and he was like, oh, I can take you to like a nature park that we have. I want to say that it's a state park, but I'm not 100% sure. The only thing, like signage that I saw in the video that I took says 5 Rivers. But anyway, we went back home to get ready to go there and go walk around and just be outside in nature and get some fresh air. And a little fun fact, my boyfriend has a cat. He takes his cat on walks with us. He's got like the little backpack, he like wears it on the front of him, and it has the zipper and it has like the mesh sides. He puts his cat in there and we go out for walks. We make our way to the park. The trail walks next to a river and it goes like into like the woodsy area. We did come across something, I don't want to say alarming, but like just strange. It was a little off-putting. Like, I was like, where are we? Did we walk through some kind of like portal? Is this area even real? Like, where are we? Because we took the trail, we walked around next to the river, and we eventually crossed a road, and then they had like the 5 Rivers sign with, I think it has like rules or something on the sign, information. We walk a little past it and there's like this man-made hut, a fort of some kind made out of like logs, like wood. And I was kind of curious. I was like, what is that? That looks interesting. It looks very like witchy, like who made that? And my boyfriend is like, oh, I actually think that Boy Scouts come out here to like practice like wilderness skills. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I mean, it's a nice little hut. If it is from the Boy Scouts, they did a great job, you know? We kept walking down the trail and eventually we ran into like these signs. The information on the signage was like encouraging you to connect with nature. I could go on and on about these signs, but for the most part, they really were just like encouraging people to connect with nature and like to put their phones away. Meanwhile, I'm out here like filming and recording these signs. I just thought it was a weird thing. I had never seen it before and I was like, okay, kind of cool, kind of strange. I would love to see people doing this though. Like, imagine walking into that trail and then there's just a bunch of people like putting their toes in the dirt and like hugging trees. I'm telling you, it was very witchy. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of here for it, but it was just a little off. After we decided to turn back and head out of that trail, not because we felt weird or anything, mostly because there were a lot of mosquitoes and we were like, we have to go back. We have to go. So we're walking back to the car. My boyfriend is like, we should go see if the exhibit's open. I said, I'm sorry. The exhibit? What's that?
I'm very curious. And so sure enough, the exhibit was open. We walked through and there's a lot of taxidermy. Walking around, looking at everything. And we go into this room and it looks kind of like a classroom where you learn about the different animals. No one was in there, by the way. It was just him and I. In the classroom, there are like live animals. Like, I think there was a mouse and a few snakes and like some birds. After looking around the animal exhibit for a little while, we did end up leaving and going back to his place. That night, I went back home, so that was all wrapped up. I like that I'm doing these videos because it's kind of like I get to look back on it and be like, yeah, that was actually a really good time. I had a lot of fun doing that. The rest of the month of April though, I was very busy. There was a lot going on. I ended up going to a work convention, which was actually pretty cool. I learned a lot. I am in the optical world, so whenever I tell someone that I'm an optician, the first thing they think of is, oh, you're the eye doctor. And I'm like, no, I am not qualified to be an eye doctor, but thank you. I'm an optician, so I'm the person that helps you pick out your glasses. I take all your measurements. I do a lot of ordering lenses, and our optical actually has a lab inside of the optical. And so we cut down lenses and put them into frames and all of that good stuff. So that's what I do. And the work convention was specifically for opticians. We got to go and learn about a whole bunch of new products and meet a bunch of new people, new reps for different brands. And it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I don't have any footage while we were there. But yeah, so I went to the work convention the last week of April, and then literally the next weekend was Kayla's wedding. So I was booked and busy. But yeah, so it feels good to relax and I can get back in the habit of recording more regularly and planning out future videos. Whenever I got home from the wedding, I did walk up to my front door and see a package that I had ordered like a month ago. I was so nervous that I wasn't gonna ever get my package because of everything that was going on in the US, but luckily I did get my package. My next video is gonna be something that I have never done before, and I really hope that whoever sees it enjoys it, and I hope it's fun to make. So yeah, keep an eye out for my upcoming video that I'm gonna post and see what's inside of this box. With that, I'm gonna end the video here. If you have made it this far, feel free to like and subscribe and keep an eye out for upcoming videos. All right, I love you so much. Bye.